Hello and welcome to the Superpower Dear Die team. I'm Peter.
And I'm Rick, and after a bit of an absence, we are back.
So today we're just going to talk about some of the things that we've been watching in our absence. So what have you been
Yep.
watching, Rick?
Well, after my massive happy reaction to the fact that a Flash movie was coming out, I went and saw The Flash. And have you seen Flash?
No, I haven't seen it, but
Okay.
I
I
don't think
mean,
I'm going to. Judging by the response, it would have had to have been
mm,
very highly praised for me to go see it because I wasn't really into that DC wave of movies.
yeah. Well, I went and saw it because I liked the trailers, and they talked about how it was going to be a reset of the universe with what's his face, James Gunn.
Yeah, but he had nothing to
His
do with
re
that movie, did he?
no, but like it was like setting the way for the James Gunn um, version of the DCEU, whatever they're calling it these days. But so I went and I watched it, and I came out and I didn't know how I felt about it. Like I know in our trailer reactions, I've been pretty excited about it,
Yeah.
and I came out and I was like, I'm not sure how I felt about it, and it took maybe 2 or 3 days for me to realize it was horrible. It was just like I wanted to like it so much, and I think that's what I was clinging on to. I really wanted to like it, and there are good parts in it, and there's a good story in there somewhere. I know it's been through a lot of rewrites and a lot of directors attached to it, and it's very obvious that it's a mix of everything. And
Yeah.
I mean, everything from the start. I loved the Flash's costume in the Snyder Justice League. Loved it. They've updated it as you do because you sell toys or collectibles based on
Yeah.
that. And I didn't like the new updated uniform. I hated Batfleck's updated uniform in this for the 10 embarrassing minutes, 5 embarrassing minutes he was in it. Michael Keaton was a highlight, but there's just so much wrong with a film that could have been so much more. And I think that's the disappointing thing. That
Yeah.
the opening action sequence was just an embarrassment. Like, so much of this movie relies on slapstick comedy and just
Okay.
stupid jokes.
Which is really a bit of a departure from the real dark tone of like the other DC movies.
Well, I think that's where they're purposely trying to move away from that. Like they've done that with Shazam, and I didn't see Black Adam, but they're trying to move away from the serious tone. But this movie was just a mess, and the disappointing thing was that there was a good movie in there because there were moments that hit home, but they missed the mark because of the stupidness of what had happened before. I mean, I've seen people online complain about the special effect and
Yeah.
CGI, and which is true to a degree, but they have Ezra Miller playing himself as two different characters, and it's completely believable. So
Yeah.
they've done
They
parts
got that bit
right,
right.
yeah. But there's just I don't know. It was just it doesn't make me think. Yep, all right, I'm going to go jump out and watch more DCU movies. I think it is now, but I don't know. Like it to me, it was like it can be this great movie, resets the whole universe, and it didn't. It didn't really do that. It was just more like shoving fan service in so
Yeah.
that people would go, "Oh my goodness, that's that. That's that character on screen. That's that." Rather than being a part of the actual flow of the movie. So I don't know. I've gone on too long about it, but it was just I was so disappointed on a movie that I was looking
Actually
forward
looking
to
forward
so
to.
much. Yeah. For those, I know we're late now because we've had a bit of a break, but for those who are still on the fence about it, don't worry about it. Just disappointing. Done. 2 thumbs down.
So I've been recently got the Apple TV Plus on.
Yeah, I dropped my subscription because
Yeah.
I've got too much others.
I got it to watch something and then I've just kept it. And I've just watched three science fiction shows that I've really quite enjoyed. The first one was Silo, which is a post apocalyptic show where people are living in like an underground bunker with many levels, and there's like a murder mystery. So that was really quite interesting. It
Okay.
was a little bit
Yep.
like Snowpiercer with the different classes and that sort of thing. So it reminded me of that to start with. But yeah, once it went on, it had a bit more to it. So that was one season of that on Apple
Yep.
TV Plus, which I'd recommend. The second series that I watched on Apple TV Plus was called Foundation, which is like a science fiction based on Isaac Asimov, I think.
Okay.
And it's like an epic tale, and it's got Jared Harris in it, who is an actor I really like, and a diverse cast, and it's something that I've again like grabbed me, and I really enjoyed it. It's like fairly, a bit like June with some of the story, and a bit like other things that you've watched, but I think it's like an older story that they've finally
Yep.
adapted. And the second season of that has just come out, so they're showing like one episode a week. So I saw it; it was good timing. So I watched that first season, and now I can watch like the second season. The third show on Apple TV Plus, which is probably the one that I enjoyed the most, is called Severance with Adam Scott, and it's like a workplace type sort of dramedy, I suppose. It's quite quirky, which I like, but it's got a science fiction twist in that people work in this secret place, and
Yep.
they've had like brain surgery. So when they're at work, they don't remember their home life, and when they're at home, they don't remember what they did at work. And
Sounds something we could use.
yeah, it does. But it's
We
yeah,
could use
it's
now. Yeah.
it's done very well. It's got John Turturro in it, who's very good in it. It's Christopher Walken pops up in it. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's quirky, it's fun, and it's interesting, and it's got a good balance of drama and comedy in it, and it keeps you guessing. And we don't really know what they're doing at this place. The characters, we know more than the characters, but
So
it's like
is
just
it
keeps you guessing what they're actually going to do, because it just looks like they're doing mundane garbage stuff, and they're Audis. They call them the Audis on the outside, think that they're doing this really important stuff, but when they're inside, they actually don't know what they're doing. So it's been really good. Patricia Arquette is also in it.
okay?
Yeah. So yeah, it's I don't really want to say too much
Everyone,
about it because I don't want to spoil it, but it's really worth a look, and I'm
yeah,
hoping the second season's coming out soon.
that like it sounds interesting in like it's setting up this big secret. Like a lot of TV shows try and do, and a lot of them unsuccessfully. And the one that
Yeah,
springs to mind is Lost, where they have this
yeah.
great idea and they're not really sure where they're going with it. This sounds like
I hope
it
it's got an
could
ending.
flesh it out a bit more. There was another series I cannot remember. I remember seeing it on TV and then it just disappeared. It was about like 7 seconds or something like that, where like the
Okay.
world blanked out for 7 seconds, and the great premise, bang, like what happened? Why did everyone blank out? Like so, like planes crashed, all this sort of
Yeah.
mayhem happened, and it kind of just didn't know what it wanted to do with
Did it just get cancelled or?
yes, because they had no idea to explain what actually happened. Oh yeah, it would have been great if we had this TV series about like everyone's blanked out for 7 seconds.
Yeah. Well,
How do you
speaking of
explain
Lost,
it?
I've
I don't
also
know.
I've also just started watching From, which is a show that is by I think one of the producers of Lost, and that seems to have a big picture. And I am watching it, and I'm just thinking, I'm enjoying it. It's
Yeah.
good, but I'm just thinking, have they planned this out? I really hope there's an answer to this because it's a big mystery. I really hope that they've planned that out. But that's
I
worth a
think.
watch too. From,
Yeah.
so that's 4 shows I would recommend, which is
I think.
probably more than 4 movies I've seen this year that I'd recommend.
I think. Like when you talk about that with the TV show with a big premise and that, I think it's about a satisfying conclusion. Like they might not quite know where it's going, but something
Yeah.
that you just go, it ties it up like
Oh, it was
nicely.
Purgatory. It was Purgatory all along.
Oh yeah, they were all dead. Battlestar Galactica, the remake was just I don't even know how they explained that one. I love that, but it was just
I didn't know that
what
about
the hell
Battlestar
happened.
Galactica.
Yeah, that was still the same. But anyway, we'll
How
finish
do we
up with that.
sum that up?
Don't see Flash.
And check
See
out
everything else.
Silo Foundation from, and definitely check out Severance. Thanks for watching the Superpower Dare team.
Yeah, if you enjoy our videos, please remember to like and subscribe. And please, we really appreciate comments in the comments section. So leave a comment if you feel that that's the way you want to go.
And if you click on the bell, you'll never miss an episode.